Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about cranial bones, and here at the side you can see the diagrammatic representation of skull in different colors showing different bones. So let's start our topic with introduction of cranial bones. Cranial bones are the 8 bones that make up the cranium, the portion of skull that enclose and safeguard the brain. These bones are interconnected by sutures which are immovable joints in adult but flexible during infancy to allow growth. Now let's talk about bones of cranium. They include frontal bone, that is unpaired bone, parietal bone, that is paired bone, temporal bone, that is also paired bone, occipital bone, that is unpaired bone, sphenoid bone, that is unpaired bone, and ethmoid bone, that is unpaired bone. All of these bones you can see here at the side in the diagram, and remember this thing that two of these cranial bones are paired while all of the others are unpaired, and two paired cranial bones are parietal bones and temporal bones. Now let's talk about these bones one by one. First we have is frontal bone. As you can see here in a diagram, the yellow color bone in front is frontal bone. It is unpaired bone. That means there will be only one frontal bone in every skull. It is located in the forehead region and upper part of the eye socket. Function. Its function is to form the interior portion of skull and house the frontal sinuses. It also gives shape to the forehead. Next cranial bone we have is a parietal bone, that is a paired bone. That means there will be two parietal bone in every skull. As you can see here in the diagram, the blue color bone occupying the most part of the cranium is the parietal bone. It is located at either side of skull behind the frontal bone, as you can see here, and its function is to form the roof and upper sides of cranial cavity. These bones meet at the sagittal suture. Next cranial bone we have is a temporal bone. As you can see here in the diagram, the orange color bone is a temporal bone. It is a paired bone. That means there are two temporal bones in every skull. It is located at the lateral part of skull near the ears. Its function is to protect structures of ear and provide attachments for jaw and neck muscles. It includes landmarks like the mastoid and styloid processes and house parts of the inner ear. Next cranial bone we have is occipital bone. As you can see here in the diagram, the green color bone at the back side of skull is the occipital bone. It is unpaired bone. That means there will be only one occipital bone in every skull. It is located at the base and base of skull. Its function is as it contains foramen magnum, that is a large opening, and it allows the spinal cord to pass through and connect to the brain. It also provides attachment for neck muscles. Further talking about bones of cranium, we have a sphenoid bone. As you can see here in the diagram, the pink color bone is a sphenoid bone. It is unpaired bone. That means there is only one sphenoid bone in every skull. It is located in the midline of skull in front of the temporal bones. It is also called as keystone of the cranium because it articulates with all other cranial bones. It forms part of base and sides of skull and supports the pituitary gland within a depression called the sala turcica. Next we have is the ethmoid bone. As you can see here in the diagram, the red color bone is the ethmoid bone. It is unpaired bone. That means there will be one ethmoid bone in every skull. It is located between the eyes behind the nasal bone. Its function is to contribute to the nasal cavity and the medial wall of the orbit. It includes structures like the cribriform layer, that is for the olfactory nerve, and crista galli, that is the brain attachment point. Now let's talk about importance of cranial bones. These bones not only protect the brain but also they support facial structures and sensory organs. They also anchor muscles for facial expression and chewing. They also house ear-filled sinuses that lighten the skull and enhance voice resonance. And this was all about cranial bone. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you for watching.